All right, today we are kind of bouncing around a little bit. We got a couple DWM things I've been working on. I've been trying to clean up this to just have one general window manager. I'm doing a lot of if-else statements and stuff, so depending if I'm on my laptop, my desktop, or my inside computer, wherever I'm at, and I'm in Linux, I can just load it up. And also kind of make it universal, so it doesn't matter if I'm on Arch or Debian, it's still going to launch all the same stuff, and just make it to where it's just a very rock solid distribution, so the masses at whole could just download, run, like sudo make install my DWM on any system. It could even be NixOS. I did it on there, and it would just work really good. So obviously still cleaning up like the status bar way up there. Probably should do that. And then probably some toolbox work. I've been still doing the Windows toolbox, bundling it up. I did work after my last live stream, worked for probably 8 to 10 hours, just kind of getting the rest of it done, some of the grunt work, and then packaging it up. And it's been absolute blast. So I've enjoyed that, and everything else has been going pretty well as far as the system itself. After doing that one stick of memory and getting it out of there, man, everything's just been working great for this past week. So I think I'll just keep rocking this system until probably the next gen. I think sometime next year I probably will upgrade everything, but I like to try to go 4 or 5 years at least on my systems. So overall, loving this, and yeah, let's hop up into chat. I'm gonna go to screen 0 here, and we're gonna launch into Chatterino. Pull it up. Yes. So we got that, and this is just a cool way to kind of have that. You know, as I'm doing it, let's go here. Let's close old kitty. Let's shove that to just workspace 2. So we're workspace 1, 2, 3, perfect. And then we'll just flip flop. And we'll push that over a little bit. Check in on the news of the day. How's it going, AJ? Things are going well here. Man, just enjoying life in general, you know? I did look at some of the stuff. We have 23H2 with Copilot. This is just something new. We kind of looked at that, but now there's an actual direct download link. A couple of things now. We might take a peek at that as well, depending on how bored we get. See what's happening. Sparky, how's it going, man? We also have some other stuff. Knock out a YouTube video or two real quick. I'm doing a bug bounty, and I reported a critical SQL bug and leaks all login data. Oh my gosh. I reported it, but they silently fixed it overnight and didn't pay me per bug bounty guidelines. On top of that, they blocked me from the bug bounty program. However, even now I have their entire databases. Sometimes I think leaks data to dark webs forms, but I don't have enough courage. Yeah, I think that's a really good point. Somebody out there, it's the fact that they're just dishonest. A lot of these people in business are dishonest, and a lot of times when this ransomware stuff happens, I don't really have much pity on the companies themselves. They need to be honest, and they need to be good. Anybody that is typically will win in the long run. It's just people maximizing profits over people, and that's just not right. It's just not right at all. And I'm sorry that happened to you live, Underflow. I think just, lick your wounds and move on. It's not worth spreading stuff to the, not doing a leak or anything like that. I don't believe in that type of stuff. I think of karma. I think they'll have it coming to them regardless. But I would just be like, well, I'll never working for that person again, and I just move on. It's like the old saying, let's say a friend comes to you and loan them $20, and then they never pay you back, kind of thing. Well, that's great. I look at that and I'm like, hey, I loaned that person $20, I never got it back. Well, they weren't a friend to begin with, and it only cost me $20 to get rid of them. That's a hell of a deal. So I just view it in a more positive scope, and then just know not to work with those companies in the future. But man, that sucks, man. It really does. But yeah, you're better off reporting to the media and the privacy departments of the government. That's a good point. That's a very good point. especially if they did it wrong. There might be something in the bug bounty program that you could actually even sue them over if you wanted. Yeah, leaking data only harms the users, not the company, as they won't go bankrupt for it. Yeah, that's true. I tell you. What's better for productivity programming, Neovim or VS Code? Ooh. Oh man, I think we got to pull chat on this one. That's a good. Let me just copy. Let me copy this. We're gonna do a poll on it. I love it. We're gonna go Neovim VS Code. And you know what? Let's just toss IntelliJ in there too. I'm sure there's some IntelliJ people in the audience. Let's see what's best. I think both. I use both. I use both Neovim and VS Code. I want to see if there's any IntelliJ people in the crowd. There's a couple. Now, I am in Linux. I think if we were in Windows, VS Code would win by a mile. Depends on which operating system I am in for the day. I did see this, and I really, really want it on my system. Let me close some of this. I don't want to be one of those people. All right, let's go x.com. Oh, man. All right, let's go notifications. This. I want this in my life. How cool is that? Oh my gosh. I would die. That is the coolest project I have ever seen for Neovim. Yeah. There's extensions. You can do it in Vim too. Oh, I don't think... Does it have hit sounds? No, it doesn't have hit sounds. I love it though. I love the little minor screen shake. I mean, that would just... I don't know. That's pretty awesome. Now, I kind of want to do that. We could probably do like Neovide as well, right? Do we have Neovide? I think Neovide has animation packages that we can add. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, man. I guess I should have probably looked at what I'm upgrading, but... just excited to get to Neovide and get my explosions going in. I don't think they have the explosions, so to speak, with Neovide, but it's like VS Code extensions a little bit, but it's a wrapper for Vim that you can do stuff. I showed people that were doing it. It's on multi-platform, so you can use it in Mac, Windows, and Linux, and it works as a GUI, so you can launch your Vim into Neovide. And it just pulls your Vim config. I think my Vim config's old, though. I was messing around in there and I was editing some of my scripting before stream, and I think I messed some stuff up, so I think I might actually change that. Yeah. Well, we might change up that config a little bit. But let's grab some Neovide. It's a multi-platform tool, works great. And let's come over here. You know, I'm gonna change my DWM config too, but let's go J Neovim, and let's do a git pull. Oh, I'm already up to date. There was one thing I was doing in here and I was like, I was messing with me. Anywho, not important. Let's do Neovide now. So Neovide's just a wrapper for Vim out of terminal. So it launches directly in. So let's say you are in here and you wanted to open up like Synergy. Instead of doing it in Neovim, you do it in Neovide. So let's say we want to set the default config. We select it for Neovide, open, and then it always opens it in this wrapper. But it has like smooth scrolling and other really neat features as well. So you see how you have that slide animation for the cursor. So let's say you go 20 down. It kind of gives you that aesthetic feel to where if you're not in Neovide, let's close this. Let's just go into Vim as it is, right? Let's open up that Synergy. Let's go 21 down. See how it just kind of jumps and you don't have that animation? So with Neovide, it kind of adds a nice little wrapper. So then when you go into Synergy again, 21 down, pretty legit. I know it's considered bloat, but man, it's fun bloat. There's certain things that it's like, you know. What was the winner there? I didn't even look. Oops. Did it spit in chat? Oh man. Where's my poll? It was VS Code. Okay. I figured it'd be VS Code. But I thought, man, that is cool. Now VS Code has its own cool things. See the link. Extensions that do nothing but are cool. All right, here we go. All right, power mode. That's a little fireworks when you type in a combo meter. Oh, a combo meter. VS Code pets. It's an editor menu that can be turned into a pet for playgrounds. What? You can throw a ball and they'll catch it. Rainbow fart for VS Code. I kind of want to know this VS Code pets. What is this? It's like Clippy on steroids. Really? Oh my gosh, that is cool. I don't know why, but I kind of want to install it. Kind of reminds me of Digipets from the 90s. Oh, it even crawls up the window. That is cool. I don't know why I think that's cool, but it is cool. All right, let's see what else we got. Rainbow fart for VS Code. All right. Oh, 132,000 installs. How much did VS Code pets have? 617,000. Man, I've been missing out. Doesn't show. Oh, here we go. Video demo.
Excellent. You look very handsome while you are using the arrow function. Excellent. You are such a rock star programmer.
Oh my god, I am scared for humanity. How many downloads did this have? Oh my. Okay. That is concerning on a whole different level. Okay, let's see what else they have to offer. All right. VS Ender, a dating app for programmers where you swipe on code. I feel like we're going to a really dark area. Oh, they got banned. Okay. Ooh, okay, it's probably for the best. Hot dog stand. No, I shouldn't click this on stream. Good lord. What? Oh my gosh. That is hilarious. Okay. Synthwave 84. I love the glow effect with the Synthwave 84 theme. What is that theme? Oh. I think I might need this in my life, actually. That looks cool. It has even like a glow to it. I mean, that could be fun. I mean, I could totally see myself using that in the future. Power mode places fireworks and flames at your cursor while you type. Yes, I think that's what we need. Power mode. Yes. Oh my gosh. He ended on 69 combo. Oh, I think power mode with synthwave would be next level. I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna boot into Windows and become a power user. I feel like those two things need to happen, and then have our little pet as well. What do you think of WSL2? It's okay. I mean, it's nice for quick reference when you're in Windows. Then you need like a Linux command. So I like WSL being there. I think most Linux people always like come down on WSL because they're like afraid that people are just going to use Windows and like not boot into Linux. I mean, I just don't ever see that being a thing. I really don't. You know, I think what I'm going to do as well, after looking at how I'm using my window manager, we might change one thing too. We'll get into some VS Code probably here in a bit. Although I was using Visual Studio Community the other day, and I really liked it for bundling and publishing C# programs. It was actually not so bad. I think I might be coming around on that. I know it's very gross, but I'm kind of like, I don't know. Synthwaves have 1.5 million users. I believe it. It looks cool. I mean, I would do it when I'm not in Vim. I don't think I would do it with Vim. The Vim community would like band together and like banish me into the depths somewhere if I were to put that on Vim. Although, man, it would be pretty cool. Is there a Synthwave Vim plugin? Synthwave Vim plugin. Does it exist? Ah, yeah. Oh, man, it's old. It's not as cool. And it's old Vim. Using Vim script. Not as cool. Maybe there's something new. Yes. Yes. That's what I need. What's up with the font? Is that like Comic Sans? What the hell? That's somebody else. I'm sure it doesn't have Comic Sans for the font. All right, all right. Lunar Vim. All right, let's do that. Let's grab this and throw it on Lunar Vim. Here, we're gonna come back to. We'll come back to this. Let's. What are we pulling up? Ooh, let's see. Where am I going? I think my Neovim. Let's go custom plugin. No. I think it's under Titus Kickstart. I changed my Vim setup. Key maps. Custom plugins. Oh no. In it. There we go. I think we'll just add. You can toss it at the color scheme section here. There's already a Lunar Vim in there. Alrighty. That's good. And then we got the require. We'll just toss that in or in it. Man, that looks so good. So let's go Neovim, Titus Kickstart, and we'll just edit the init. I want to say we could probably push it all the way at the bottom. The One Dark theme's what we're currently using. Probably need to change that. How do I want to change it? Oh, there's pets.nvim too. Oh, dang. All right. We're pimping out Neovim today. This stream has gone to a different way. All right. Synthwave setup. And then if we go One Dark, I think we can actually delete this, as we kind of want that to be the Vim command color scheme. I think we want to change that. Yeah. So let's just feel like we can just toss that down here. Okay. One Dark. Let's just get rid of old One Dark. Oh, okay. Dig it. What do y'all think? Neovim. It's not, it doesn't have the glow though. I guess some of it has the glow. Maybe it's because it's in Kitty Terminal. That's okay, we can fix it. Let's quit this. Let's go Neovide. It's a little bit not quite as what I want. All right, now let's add the pet extension. Pets.nvim. Oh, yes. So we need to bind pets hide toggle to pet. Ooh, what kind of puppy do I want? Probably like a brown dog. I think we can. If we look at the glow effect, I feel like this could be amplified. Let's go into new. Let's go new tab, and we'll pull up. Let's pull up our init again. I kind of like the look of it a little better. It does feel like it's a little clearer to read, believe it or not. Maybe could just be me, but it does feel like it's easier to read. All right, so we got error message, type, function, keyword, operator. Those are all true. but I think we could actually edit that a little bit more too. So if let's go lunar Vim. So I think the glow is around like certain variables like local. Those, what are the, does it have a full config? Let's see. I bet you. Let's look at the TOML file. Okay. We got tree setter, sign add. Let's see, glow. No. Ah, glow. No glow. Okay. Synth wave, config maybe. Okay. I don't see anything in the config that would... Everything is set to true. Except for operator. Which that would just be these, right? I kind of dig it, okay. I don't see a readme. You know, programmers and readmes. They're usually not real in depth. Especially not in the Neovim space. Neovim's very much hit and miss sometimes. Here's all the highlighting, Lua, init, Lua theme. Okay. I mean, I still dig it. I think, let me give it a star. That's cool. I don't care who you are. I like the theme. Now for the pets. Pets new Hilo. Let's see what we got. So we got Packer, Lazy Vim. We got that hologram. And then we'll just set up the pets options. We're doing important work today, guys. Important work. Let's grab our plugin. All right, we got that. I think we'll put it in Titus Custom, right? Oops. Did that not? Oh, there it goes. Okay. We'll add that. So pets is there. And then we'll call the required in our options. And then we have the different configurations. Default pet. Do we want a cat or a dog? You know, these are the important questions that I need y'all to tell me about. Do we want a cat or a dog? Which pet? Cat or dog? That is the question. I'm gonna go with a cat. All right, we got that. Brown style random true. Death, they can die. That's kind of cool. So I wonder, do the pets grow as you like code? That'd be neat. I feel like we should code the pets to like get bigger and bigger and do like fancy things. Oh, wow, you got Clippy on here too. So you got dog. They don't even have a cat? No. This isn't a... Wait. Seething Swarm. The old cat assets were designed by... Where are the... Slime. No. They gotta have a cat, right? Slime, Clippy, Cocktail, Crab, Mod, Rocky, which is just a rock. Rubber Duck, Snake, Zappy. Man, these are the things that make big differences, guys. I refuse to believe there's no cat in here. What's everybody saying in chat? Everybody's saying dog anyways. But still. Alright. Width 30%. Wind blend. HL normal. Status line. Okay, I like it. So you got your default config options. Alright, and we're just gonna grab this. I don't think we need the brackets. Alright, the column to display the pad at. Set to a higher number to have it stay still on the right side. Speed multiplier. Random. Death animation. Pop up. Oh, did this need... Oh, I guess it did need... Let's see. Oh, yeah. Never mind. Missing this at the end. For the pop-up. It's like a cat dog anyways. We're just going to call it as it is. Yeah, let's see what they both look like. If we write that... Do we have to reload? Okay. Oh no, what happened? Detected OS is not supported for hologram. What? How do you not have Linux? This is Neovim. You're not allowed to make extensions in Neovim if you don't support Linux. Oh, banished. All right, really? Is that a thing? It is. Son. Hologram not supported. Hmm. All right, let's go check the original author. Maybe he added something. All right. Cross-platform terminal image viewer. Ah, okay. Works in both in Linux. Kitty graphics protocol. Updated last year. I don't see anything. Let's just change it to the original guy. See if that works. Let's go here. We'll change it to there. Does that fix it? No, detected OS not supported. Why is it saying that? All right, obviously it does support Linux. Let's ask ChatGPT. Not supported in Arch Linux. Oh, did I missed one line. Oh, did I? Super stay. See, this is why I put chat on the right side of my screen. I missed the important stuff. So if I look at pets, let's come back to plugin. Let's see. Got that. Dependencies. NVim needs hologram NVim plugin to write actual pictures inside the application. I thought the dependencies will auto-load the hologram, does it not? Maybe not. So maybe let's just take that. We'll yank it. Oops. Is there a reload command for this instead of having to quit out and relaunch every time? I do like Neovim a little bit better. Yeah, we're using lazy. Yeah, lazy works a little different. Reload Neovim. I'm just gonna use ChatGPT as my Google. Here we go. Reload Neovim live. To reload live, blah blah blah. Restart. Close the window and start it again. Wow, had no idea. Okay. Or to reload the current file in Neovim using the built-in :E short for edit. Then when you press escape, oh, yeah, you could just source the init Lua file. Okay, we can just do that, I suppose. So if we, oops, let's just go over to Kickstart Lua, and then if we go source %, nah, it's still giving me the problem. Okay. Resourcing your config is not supported with lazy in Vim. Okay. Just relaunch. And still problem. Why? Yeah, do a :SO and quit and reopen, I think. Maybe. Yeah, no, I use lazy in Vim instead of Packer. Before that, you know, I kind of dug lazy in Vim. I'm not sold on. I kind of was a big fan of Mason. That was pretty good. But to each his own. I think we have to get hologram working because I really want that hologram. Maybe there's a dependency from hologram that I'm missing. Let's just read the documents, shall we? So you got hologram usage, auto display. Maybe we'll put that before it. Minimal example. Okay. Support for Kitty graphics protocol. So right now it looks like it can't. Am I on terminal graphics? Yeah. So it's not able to use the Kitty terminal. And I think that's my main terminal here. Neovim might be okay with it. What one is he using, I wonder? With current support for Kitty graphics. Okay, so I'm on Kitty. Oh, what if It might be something like this. iTerms, Mac. Okay. Yeah, that's the problem, guys. I was launching in Neovim, and it couldn't read the terminal to do the display of output, so you have to launch it in Kitty and then launch Vim to get the pet. Ah, that makes sense. Okay. Let me... was it hologram? Did I... Oh, I didn't do that. Okay. Maybe plugins. I think I changed a few things here. Let's get rid of that. We don't need it. When you have the... How lazy Vim works is dependencies should be loaded if they aren't. And then it'll load them. So when you go Vim, everything's right with the world. And now we have the pets. So then, if we look at our init, you know, the important stuff, we have the pets. We should have a dog popping up here soon, right? Column row. So pets height toggle. What if we go new and dog? Pets list. So we have dog. Where'd they go? Oh, there we go. It's Clippy. Oh, Clippy's glitching out on me. Clippy needs more room to run, I think. Okay, Clippy's on a skateboard now. Oh, all right. What happens when we kill all? I was hoping for like a death animation, like, you know, him exploding or something. All right. That's cool. What if there's one thing I'm noticing here that I kind of want to change? It's, I think, my actual Kitty configuration. Let's go into it, and let's go into theme.conf. No, actually, let's go into kitty.conf, and let's go font size. 16's just a bit too much for me. I feel like it's scaled just a little too high, and it's not allowing proper rendering. Okay, better. But now we're having other problems. Okay, let's go into here again. Remember Windows size? No. Interesting. Initial window width. Why is it so big? Ah, that's what she said. Let's go 800 by 600. Yes. Remember Windows size. Oh, it's right here. Initial window height and 640 by 400. Okay, that's fine. Oh, okay. So the weird thing here is, why isn't that... Okay, now it's properly doing it. I want to just get something to wrap around the screen. Okay, cool. So we're properly doing that now. And then when we go into Vim, we should be fine here. Now, we look at the pets. Out of curiosity, how often do you expect the tool to be used by a user? I'd say probably like once every couple months, either to install a program or to do like fixed feature updates. If you're talking about when Windows tool. What was the stream name of this anyways? I think I made it my toolbox update. I probably should get over to Windows at some point and update that. Oh, yeah. No. Ask away, man. That's what we're here for. Yep. Call it. So pets new custom. We can go dog for the pet, style gray, and then we name it. All right. Let's go pet. We're doing important stuff real fast before we get into the toolbox. This has to be done first. Gray, and we'll call him Wolf. Oh, yes. Okay, we gotta fix that a little bit, right? Wolf is a little bit glitchy. Don't you think, Wolf? We need to fix this. I feel like he's too limited. Not brown, but gray. Default pet, default style, row height. A higher row means he's lower on the screen. Must be 1 no greater than 10. I feel like we should push him to like a little bit lower. Column, the column displayed the pet at. high number to have him stay still on the right side. Okay, that's fine. Let's go false. Pop up. Width 30%. I think we go 50. Win blend. Do you still have the Windows 11 23H2 Insider virtual machine? I think we do, Z80. We never really did it properly. So we probably need to reinstall it again. There is a new one that just came out as well. So we'll go 50 on the width. I feel like that's pretty good. I wish it didn't clip. I don't like him clipping. Oh, I guess there's pop-ups down there. That's why the row is set to that. So we do want it at 1. Feel like we need to make him smaller though. Normal. Pet. What if we do... That's pretty good. It looks decent. It's just a little too big. It could be my scaling, so I think maybe if I could find a way to scale it properly, I think I could probably do it. Keyboard is a Digma. It's a $300 keyboard that's pretty cool, but the reason why I got it is it's really agnostic to all operating systems. You can plug it in everything, and everything gets coded into like this chip. So like it has different mode sets, so it's a split keyboard with like 10 different profiles, so I can push one button and then press another one, and I can bind up to like 1,000 something different keys. So no matter what, I can always like macro anything in any operating system using it. Complete overkill, totally unnecessary, but it looks cool as hell, and I really dig the functionality. Would I buy it again? Probably. It's kind of like an impulse purchase, one that I don't regret, but not one that I'd recommend. Yeah, I need to, so I want to eventually code stuff for channel points. Man, that would be cool if I gave you control of the pet. That would be neat. Like you could feed the pet stuff and it dropped down while I'm coding, and then he'd eat it. And then if you gave him poison, he'd die. And then like aliens would pop out of him. Oh my God, that would be neat. Yeah. Yeah, I do need to figure out something with the channel points one of these days. Yeah, keybind anything. Combination, a macro, anything to it. It's really neat. Here, I'll show you real fast. It's hard to explain. I'm not great with words. Digma, I think it's like an app image. Let me see. It's a Digma. Oh, they got the raise too now. Let's grab that. So this is the keyboard. It's a split. This is ortholinear right there. I'm not using ortholinear. I'm using just QWERTY traditional layout because I do switch between this keyboard and others, so I didn't want to really change to an ortholinear. So mine looks more like this, traditional, not like this. I do like that style though. This is the one I got right here. Okay, well, you're boring. Moving on. But if we go into here, oh no, where did I put it? Is it downloads? Oh yeah, here we go. Let's just open a terminal. Let's go. Base. Oh, I didn't chmod execute. Base core. Here we go. Cool. Perfect. Connect to that bad boy. Let's just toss that up to 4. And give it a little more room, shall we? Yeah, so this would be kind of like how it is. So then you have different mod keys. So if I press a mod key here, it'll shift the different layers. So you have like 10 different layers. So I bound this to layer 2. So if I press on this key, everything switches into this layout. So then the AWSD turns to arrows as if it was the arrow keys over here. This section of the keyboard turns into a numpad, and then you have the F keys up here, where if you look back on layer 1, all of them are here. So you're typing less and you're never really moving your hands very much. You're just shifting layers and still having access to a full keyboard. And then you can do like combo stuff and macro certain things in, depending on what you use the most of. But it works really well, and you can modify pretty much anything and everything just all here. And then the keyboard uploads into this little device that sits outside of it, and then that plugs into the other one. It's a neat design. It's a neat idea. I'm pretty sure I have a firmware update. I'm on 0.33 update to a beta version. Well, that sounds like a terrible idea. Nope, not doing that. We'll just wait for the stable version to come out. So anyways, that's my keyboard in a nutshell. It's fun. All right. I think we can move on to the toolbox, what the actual primary purpose of the stream. We might need to get the VS Code pet and see if it's any better, because that will make my coding so much better, just in general, right? Well, let's go. Well, let's reboot. Oh, goodbye, minimalism. Hello, Windows. Yeah, the Moonlander MK1. A lot of people like that. I think that's an ortholinear design. No, there's some people that really dig it. And once you get used to it, I've heard great things. Is that what Prime uses? I think that's what Primogen uses. But my thing is, I'm less, if I had like one battle station I was always sitting at and coding at, I totally would do that. But if I go with like a really exotic keyboard that's a different design, like an ortholinear design, I would need that everywhere I'd go. Throughout each day, I sit between 3 and 4 different computers depending on the day. Sometimes 5 or 6 computers. So those different computers all have different keyboards associated with them, and they're all in different spots in different areas. That's just really hard for me to buy 5 or 6 of like a $200 or $300 keyboard. It's not going to happen. And if I reprogram myself to do ortholinear, maybe if I did like content creation as a day job or something, maybe then. But even then, I don't know. I'm just, I don't know. I like this. It's fine. You can give me, honestly, some of my favorite keyboards are like the $10 freebie Dell keyboard that comes with like servers. That keyboard feels great to me. I don't really like the really expensive mechanical crap, especially if it's clicky. I hate clicky keyboards. Frankly, I like the tactile feel if you got that, but even the tactile feel sometimes has too much noise for me. All right, let's see what we got here. Pull up chat again. And that's weird. There we go. It was a little too big. I don't know what I was doing. I had an old man mode going on. All right, VS Code pets is what we got to get going. This is the whole purpose of this stream, is just to get pet plugins for VS Code and Vim. Yes, there we go. That's what we need in our life. Yeah, Clippy, cat and dog. That's all you need. All right. So you got that. Then Control Shift X. Load package. Huh. Okay. All right. Install the extension. Oh, Control Shift P. All right. And then start pet coding session. Oh, sweet. So then we got our pet. Oh, chicken. I love chicken. That is the best name for a chicken in the world. Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln, yes. Oh. Cool. Abraham got him. Okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah, we got Clippy in here. We can toss Clippy in. Let's go Clippy and just a black Clippy. I think it would just be criminal to call him anything but other than Clippy. Old school Clippy. Aw. Yeah, VS Code wins this round, okay? Vim needs to up its pet game because VS Code pets way better. Way better. I guess everybody's right in chat. VS Code's just better. Need any more proof? There you go. Crippy because he's old and crippled. Have you tried Clippy? What is that? Give me. Oh, man. That is hysterical. All right, anyways. That's fun. But it doesn't do the overlay like Vim does. I kind of like the overlay because I rarely have everything out like this. It's just so much wasted real estate. I guess I could squish them, but then it's not as fun. Yeah, pets are kind of tiny. The ones over on Neovim are a little better. Huge, but I do like the ball. The ball's kind of cool. Get him. Oh, nobody's getting the ball. They don't know where it's at. Oh, never mind. He got him. All right. Kind of out of subject. Grub or System D and Y? I like Grub. Grub's about a second faster boot than System D by comparison. I actually benchmarked them. For some odd reason, even though System D boot is built in, it does have a slower boot where Grub does not. Don't know why, but it's the truth. Second is the theming in Grub. I like it's a little more powerful, and also like the editing, the like Emacs editor when you hit E to do special commands is really nice, especially when troubleshooting systems. You could argue it's probably a lot less secure than say System D boot, really easier to lock out, but it just depends. Where System D boot feels like a more minimal setup. If it was just a single boot system and I wanted to minimize the package installs, I probably would just leave System D boot and go. I would also say I really don't like how you configure System D boot with the EFI comp files. They're just, it feels a little janky to me on how you do it, where Grub with its modular nature and how it's set up, it just feels better. So that's why I like Grub more than System D boot. But at the same time, if I'm feeling lazy and it's just like a one-shot system where it's just loading Linux and not dual booting or anything, I'll use System D boot. I don't mind it. I just don't like it per se. Yeah, customizing Grub is so awesome. I love it. Let's download the updates to this. I did want to do one thing on stream. We'll just stash all those changes. What was in those stash changes? We can just discard those. Okay. So we have all the updates on WinOneshot. And if we look at WinOneshot, I did something special. Oh, what? There's an update. Okay. I pretty much finished, if we go to the program CS, I've got and redid it to grab the tweaks and debloat the apps to do task scheduling. So from the last stream we did that. Services, we finished last stream, I think. And then obviously the registry was the hardest part, doing all that. And then it's grabbing everything to run on this WinOneshot from a tweaks.json. So to check this, actually we're gonna need to run this as an elevated prompt. So let's just do that. We'll toss it over here. We don't have any fancy zones from admin prompt. But if we go over into my project, or what was it? WinOneshot. There it is. My project. Here's this build. I did build out, I think, is it in final? Tweaks. Oh no. It omitted a lot of that, so that's fine. Let's go .NET run, and then we'll see how it goes. So changed all the registry entries already. Registries real quick. Modified all the services. Disabled all the tasks in task scheduler. Now it's going through and uninstalling any bloat from the apps. And I think that's pretty much it from what I wanted from this WinOneshot program out of the gate. The idea is to have this, and then on a brand new install, you can just click it and go, and it would just do it all. We could also have it clear at the start menu too. Hey, how's it going, Solo Assassin? First time watching live. All right, man. A pretty uneventful stream. Hopefully you didn't have to watch me mess around with pets like some other people. What are the next only Linux streams? I don't know. I really wanted to get this one app done. That's the big thing. Because this is something that I've been really pushing to get it across the finish line. I know it's a little bit of a beating on some of the programming streams, but the Linux streams I definitely have fun with. When I don't have anything to do, man, I love just twinking around on the Linux stream. But I tell you, Faye, it's been a little bit. How about we do Thursday's stream, finishing out DWM and then making it universal, so then everyone can use it. I've been meaning to finish that project for a while. It's just kind of been sitting there, and it's close to getting to the finish line, but we could finish that out and add it to like Arch Titus as an option with all the dependencies and all the good stuff. All right, so we've just done a full tweak, and it did it all here. Let's load up. We can close that. We'll pull up Visual Studio Community, and I want to open the SLN project here. Let's open Project Solution, GitHub, and my project. That should be enough, maybe. Okay, so then if we look here, let's grab and do a publish. So I want to publish this. We got release that. I think we're pretty much ready to build the solution. Make sure there's no errors on the build. Oh, I'm Central Time. Yeah, Central Time. So usually I start about 2 hours ago, I think. We're about 2 hours into this stream. So that was successful with this build. Let's publish it. And I'm kind of a Visual Studio Community noob. And there should be a publish selection. So we got a final. It's written in .NET 7 with a runtime 64-bit only. I could have done 32-bit here, but I was like, nah, let's do 64. I don't think it really matters, to be honest with you. And then once we look there, we should have an executable just sitting in that final directory. So if we go here and test this out with WinOneshot final, we should have that. All right, great. Now that did not grab. Oh, there it is. So we got the little cool icon. We need to sign this and then also package it up for install. But I did want to see what this does on a new install. So if we go right click, run as admin, we should have a console window. Spits everything out. That getting started never goes away. I feel like we need to grab like news or something to test this. Yeah, there was one not found, but that was fine. Depending on the system, like Windows 10 systems, that scheduled task will be there. We could do like a if-else statement to suppress any not found tasks, but it doesn't really matter. That's just the output for the user. And it should say it in the log file. So if you want to see exactly what this is doing, there's a log file it spits out to, shows all the different services that it changes. This was the error you probably saw right here, was the program data updater, which is, I think, Windows 10 only. And then any of the app uninstalls should go through. Let's install, I think, Bing News. That should be something that's easily trackable. Let's do that. News. So we got Microsoft News. Sounds good. That sounds like some garbage. We'll toss that on there and see if it gets rid of it. And then I think it's pretty much ready. Then we can work on packaging it up. I did find, like, I think it was a freeware packaging program that I might try and use. Also, I'm kind of curious to see if I could create like a public share and run it all directly from the directory. So instead of installing it on his systems, the idea behind it is you could just install it on one, like a NAS box on your local share that has a public facing directory that's open for everyone. And then just have that pull it up on any system that you'd build and then just run the file and it would just do it all for you. So that's the idea behind it. Great for like sysadmins and other people that kind of just want a quick tweak, and it just grabs and does everything via the tweaks.json file. And if you don't want to mess around with it, you want to just do my recommended tweaks, you just grab the one from the open source project that everyone uses. So it just best of both worlds. So let's grab news. Is it Microsoft news? No, just news. Okay. Is that open? Okay. So we got this junk on the system now. That, I believe that's on there by defaults too. So now we're going to test the executable, and that should make it disappear as a test. So WinOneshot, my project, final, and then we're just going to go run as admin. Then hopefully that disappears. Let's just put this up here. We're getting there. Slick. Goodbye. No more news. All right, so this should look pretty magical on a new system. I will do one more recompile and publish of it for clearing the start menu. So it'll unpin the entire start menu. So on a new system, when you do it, you should just be able to pull it up and go bam, and then just have everything erased. Nice clean slate. It's like as if you bought the operating system. All right. Let me think about this for a second. Let's come back into our program CS file, and we're gonna just take this section and we'll remove that. That's all good. We'll build a solution. Should be problem. What? Wait, what? Oh, okay. That's right. Okay, so we were doing a remove delete file, registry, change registry key. We changed that from the last time. What was it? Type. I want to say, let's pull that JSON entry. Tweaks JSON. And we're just going to pull that one. What type are we feeding this thing? Type is just a D word, probably. We'll verify that, though. Pin list. Value type string. Ah, never mind. Pin list is going to be a string, not a D word. That would have been bad. Let's see. I think it's just string with a capital S. Yeah. So let's fix that one error and we'll be good. That should be okay. That doesn't seem right to me. Value, camel K's value type? No, that's silly. Okay, that's just dumb. Maybe it needs to be like this type of format and then it would be fine. Feel like that would be enough. Sometimes the suggestions Visual Studio gives you is like they're on drugs. I think that'll be fine. Let's see if it builds this solution now. Yeah, it's fine now. Let's go ahead and do a publish and we should be good. All right, we're going to publish this, and this should wipe out with the next iteration. This mod organizer should disappear. 339. Alrighty. It's still a little bloated. 110 megs. I guess that's just .NET 7 and all the different libraries I have to load to do all these things, but still seems excessive. All right, services. I wish there's a little bit faster way to get through all the AppX's, but should be fine. Then once that finishes, this should clear out that as well from the start menu. Hey, Bright. Good seeing you. Compound interest calculator in Python. I need to tackle Python a lot more. I wanted to get into... probably the next programming language after C# is going to be Go. But this is just a console app in C#. Once I tackle the GUI side of things, that's going to work. That's going to make things a little bit more spicy. Now that I understand some of the basics, I feel like I might be able to jump into the GUI side. Did that kill it? Ah, it didn't. So, why not? Let's see. Delete file. Let's see if we got the file path deleted successfully in our log file here. So at the end, it changed. And it does say that the local packages, system, experience host, locate state, start.bin 2 is deleted successfully. Okay, perfect. Might require a reboot, maybe? Felt like that should have done it immediately, though. Unless they changed this. Oh, Microsoft, I bet they're tricky. I bet they changed the path name. Alright. So we're going to have start menu experience. Microsoft start menu experience. No, there's nothing there. So they didn't change it. It does look like it wiped it out. And I don't see it being renamed to anything else yet. Keyword being yet. So we'll reboot, I guess, and see. Yeah, the GUI part's going to be very interesting. But when you look at like the WinUI 3, I mean, it's so nice to create these things. Like people, like a normal person that would run my program with a WinUI 3. Let's just do WinUI 3, just so people can see examples. WinUI 3 examples, or a demo. That'd be good. Dude, do they not believe in images? All right, let's just go images. Yeah. So this is like WinUI 3. It's almost identical to the settings menu. It's pretty much exactly what this is being used. So it would look exactly like all of Windows 11 UI. So it'd be very, very aesthetically pleasing for a lot of the end users, as it just match. People just think it as a Microsoft program at that point, which is cool. But yeah, that's going to be fun. We could restart Explorer first. Yeah. Let's just do that. Let's just restart Explorer. Oh, I should have hit restart task. Oh, well. Yeah. So it did clear it out. Sweet. So it does require a reboot afterwards. I probably should do like a pop-up and mention that. Let's notate that down, because the pin doesn't reflect until after it's run. Note doesn't reflect until reboot or Explorer restart. Just throw that in there so I remember to fix that for the end user, because people will be like, it didn't unpin everything, and it really did. It just required an Explorer restart. Win 12 soon. We'll see. I think it'll probably still be a couple years out. I'd say 2025 is Win 12. So I bet we got another year or two on Windows 11 before we see like the preview version of 12 come out. Yeah, I'll probably just do a reboot at the end of it all. So now that we have pretty much all set, let's see what this does on a brand new install. I wonder if there's like a public... Let me set up like a public share on my NAS box, maybe. Well, let's just stay signed in. I wonder... Can we do an anonymous share? Let's go public. No recycle bin. Nope. Next. All right, let's just call this one public. We'll go read write, apply, and I think that should be good. Is there anything else? It's pretty wide open as I can get it. So then let's say someone hits the NAS box. I'm probably already authenticated though. We got public. And then let's grab our GitHub project. WinOneshot. Final. All right, we're gonna grab that, copy it, paste that. Call it WinOneshot, bam. So if we look on here, no, I mean, you could say Windows 10 is Windows 7 under the hood. It's just like, you gotta remember, most of Windows is just like it's carrying on and then them supplementing already existing stuff there. The kernel itself changes a bit from release to release, but not as much as people think. A lot of things are just fresh coats of paint. Like, I loved Windows 10 1703 Creators Edition. I think that's the name of it. Whatever it was, 1703 was the build, and it was great because it was like Windows 7 with a pretty decent aesthetic that was pretty de-bloated, but then starting in like 1803 and beyond, they started really integrating more of like the Apex and Microsoft Store garbage. They really bloated things down. They added like storage synths and many of these other additions and just kind of bloated up that whole footprint to where I was like, that sucks, but so be it. Huh, okay, well, what do we got here? Oh, what would happen here? All right, there we go. I don't know what happened with that. First time I tried to do it, it was like, nope. Oh, old Debian. Always I love Debian, man. Nothing better than old Deb. All right. Can't go wrong with it. Just, whatever. Continue setting it up. Yep. Oh, that's funny. Are they trying to pigeonhole you? Let's add a Microsoft account. Back or next is what you got. You got to go back and then skip. Microsoft Logic hits again. All right, cool. So then you got all this garbage. We got widgets over here. We got all these. Dude, look at all that crap in the start menu. Apps. Good laundry list of garbage. All right. And then from a task manager, have I debloated this at all yet? I don't think I have, but let's see. Yeah, 150 processes, 2.4 gigs of memory. Let's see, can we access 10.200? And can we just hit public? Can we just do like guest? No. Darn it. Anonymous share through Synology. I don't think I've ever done an anonymous share on anonymous hip hop anonymous. Anon share Synology. David, thanks for the bits, man. Yeah, I mean, Mac and Linux are so predictable. That's what I like about them. Laundry list of telemetry, yeah. Oh, it looks like they prefer you to authenticate. Okay. Enable local master browser. Ooh. SMB1 should never be used. Don't ever use SMB1. That's just you're asking for problems. User advanced applied password strength rules. Yeah, we'll just add a password to guest account. At this point, I'm like, it's not worth all that. All right, let's just go. Super strong password. Oh, is it not gonna? It's not gonna allow me to do it. Oh, let's try to not do. Let's see if that works. Ah, look at that. It works. Sweet. So now let's see if we can run this from a local share. Let's run it as admin. Will it pull in all the stuff? Will it pull in all my runtime dependencies? I'm not sure because it's .NET 7. Well, that looks promising. So the next thing would probably be programming some stuff for the taskbar. Yeah, Samba. Yeah, it looks like, David, the whole thing was the guest account was deactivated. That's why I didn't like it. But so with this just guest set up, now I should be able to, on any new install, just type in that address. It'll pull up this public share that has access to this executable, and then I can just run it on any machine. It'll set all my registry, set all my services, debloat all my apps, and then clear out my start menu. And then we should be around 90, this is the latest version of Windows, so probably about 90 processes, I guess, with a fairly clean system. I feel like there's still be some cleanup I need to do, but we'll do a reboot after this and see what it looks like. It's basically takes my tweaks JSON script from the actual toolbox I have and runs it just straight up, just grabs all those tweaks, everything, all the recommended settings, and just sets everything as it should be. So then when you go on a new system like this is a fresh install, you just run it once, it sets everything up, and then you just restart and you're good. And you're at a really good spot. I'll probably have to tweak it some more to where I'd like it to just go ahead and set all the settings of the system as well. And then also some people will probably want a GUI at some point in time. But right now I wanted to set it to where sysadmins could take this, put it on like a public share, just run it. And then when you load it up, there shouldn't be, it cleared out some things, but the start menu's still there. And let's see what else we got. It did clear out a lot of garbage, but Clipchamp was left, What's Up was left. Oh, they're not installed, I don't think. I think those, let's see, What's Up and Spotify, let's look. WhatsApp's installed by default? No. Those are shortcuts. But those shortcuts are probably in the public profile. So like this, it's actually just a link to install it. Same with this, and this, and this, and this. Ah, so aggravating. Why has it always got to be something, Microsoft? Very interesting though. Yeah. So basically all that does is I wanted to make one thing where that executable, it looks like it's just doing everything automatically for you, but what it's really doing behind the scenes, which makes this unbelievably cool, at least I think it's cool. Some people are like, I don't know, you big nerd. Let's take a look. Let's go into our project. So this is what is all there. All it's reading, so when you run this executable, it looks to see what's the tweaks.json file. So then if we open up tweaks.json, it's grabbing all these tweaks and it's saying, make these value changes in the registry. So it'll go through and make a whole bunch of value changes depending on what system you're on. And it'll set it to the optimized defaults. And most of these have already been tried throughout my other open source tool on GitHub. And then it just makes all of them. Disables location tracking, does standard tweaks, general optimization of Windows services. So most things get set to manual and cuts down on your process. I forgot to check the process count. Dang it. Let's power that back up. And then changes task schedulers, deletes a bunch of task scheduling nonsense that gets running in the background. Does the debloat here. Probably would look to change that pinning and unpinning of the start menu to kind of clear out or delete some of those. I think there's probably a bunch of files hiding as LNK files, probably somewhere in like a public start menu. I'll track that crap down. For this guy, like these files right here are somewhere. They're not a program installed. They look like they are, but they're actually just shortcut links and sitting in a folder somewhere. So I'll track these guys down and we'll unpin those. What was our task count? Not as good. 109. Probably need to optimize that a little bit more. But 41 processes less, still better. Was it less than, was it 2.4 gigs was the memory, 1.7 gigs for the memory footprint now. So just bounce around still a little bit. But you can only trust Microsoft Store apps, I know. I think it was funny, at one point in time, there's more viruses in the Microsoft Store than anywhere else. Like, they did a terrible job with the curation of that store. I don't know how you screw that up so bad. But that's the gist of it. It just reads everything in this tweaks.json file, and then just does all that, spits it out into a log file for you. So then you can just run it on a brand new system, and then you'd have a really good starting point. That's the idea, anyhow. Still in the early stages, not ready for the public yet. That was the very first time I was taking it after we built it in .NET 7. I was curious to see if it would run on a fresh install. Today was the first time we got a good successful run on a brand new stock install. It did do most of the debloat. Still got to track down shortcut links. Probably do some taskbar management, like disabling like task view and the crap that no one uses, like widgets, other stuff like that. I'll find out and program that in as well. And I think, you know, we'll ask chat and everything, kind of get it all going, but we'll make it a really nice, you know, make Microsoft Windows not suck as bad as it does out of the gate, and then just all with just a click of a button. So very, very neat. Yeah, probably a hidden profile under all users. I would say so too, Alien. It's weird where they track some of that start menu stuff. Like that one was in like local programs of some sort. I had to look at, if you look at where most of the start menu is, oh man, it is, let me see, WinOneshot. Yeah. So this is where the start menu resides right now. It's under the username, app data, local packages, and then Microsoft Windows Start Menu Experience Host. And then there's a file under local state subfolder that is the database for the start menu, and it's a bin file. Now you could delete this, or even create like a dummy file for it and overwrite it. I feel like the dummy file might be a better way to go, just because that didn't quite clear out the start menu on this fresh stock system. So I don't know, or they could have changed the location. Microsoft does like to move that start menu location all over the place. So we'll find it on the next stream or on down the road. I think Thursday stream we're gonna try and hang out in Linux. I know people have been hating the fact I've been in Windows so much lately, just trying to finish this tool out. Yeah, Linux is just, it just does what you tell it to do. It's like, hey, where's the system files? Well, looking like USR, you know, Universal System Resources. It's probably in there. Where's the system configuration files? Well, that's probably under etc. Okay, /etc. Where's the user configuration files? Well, that's probably in your user folder under .config. I mean, it's so easy. So when people say Windows is easier than Linux, I'm like, well, not exactly. I mean, there's way more going on in Windows than people realize. But yeah, they each have their charm, I suppose. How do you customize your Linux? Any tips when making your own environment? It depends on you as a person and what you want to do. I think Linux is just great for people that love to just tinker and get in there and just change whatever they want. If you want your system to look exactly like Star Trek's LCAR system, you can do that. Hell, I even done a project about that. If you want to make it look however you want it to look, you want to make it operate however you want it to do, you can do all that in Linux. I love it. Just because it's just, sky's the limit. It's, you know, the only thing limiting your computer experience is your knowledge. And that's so cool. That's what Linux is just so amazing at. Yeah, I think I'll probably do that Z80. That's kind of how I did the block Razor bloatware project on my GitHub. I just deleted the Razor folder because it always uses, I think, Windows folder and then system something or other, and I just recreate the Razor folder that they like to use to install their programs, and then I don't give the system access to it. So then any new installs just immediately denies, because as soon as they try to put the installer on the system, it just says you don't have access to that. So all Razor bloatware will be blocked on my systems. Or at least, I don't know if I've done it on this system. I'm pretty sure I have, but if not, it's pretty easy to do. That was a pretty simple script. I have a little one-shot script on GitHub for those that want it. My employees use Linux and don't even know it. Yeah, I think a lot of people, if you have just basic needs, it just takes care of them, and you don't have nearly the volatility you have in Windows for sure. There's something to be said for that. I currently have been leaving it to default Pop! OS at the moment. I need more updates to kernel than Debian after switching SSDs. Broke my Windows disk. Just want to use it for the computer now. Yeah, it depends on what you're doing. Like I said, I love all. I see a point for all of the different operating systems out there. It just depends on you as a user. Oh, Gbar. We got to revisit Gbar and Hyperland too. I loved the Gbar Hyperland combo. We never really got to customize it that much, so I really do need to get on that. But all right, guys, I am gonna shut it down for today. That was a great stream. Thanks all for hanging in there. Kind of bounced around a little bit on this one, but I think we got some really fun topics kind of talked about or discussed, and then messed around a little bit. I want to mess around more in DWM for Thursday's stream and really get that dialed in so anybody can just run a script and then just have it do all the customizations as I like. And I'll take feedback from chat if there's something that you do like. And I want to make like a little help pop-up guide too, so you could just press like mod key F1 and it would pop up a little guide and say, here's all the hotkeys that you want to know about and how to move windows around and all the different cool things I've done with that, because I've added I think 12 different patches on that, and that's just written in C, and you can install it in any Linux install, period. Any. There's no Linux install you can't install it in, because it just uses the GCC compiler. It doesn't even use the package manager. There are no dependencies. There are a few dependencies, but most people already have them installed. If you have any type of desktop environment installed, it should have them already there. But I'll probably do some checks on my install script just to verify that. Yeah, the Gbar was cool. That was really cool, Solo. Thanks for dropping that, because that was super neat with the Gbar Hyperland setup. I think a lot of people enjoy that even more so than my DWM. That's just, I love DWM. I'll eventually switch, though. I'm sure Wayland will take over. And I really want the Gbar Hyperland sitting there waiting in the wings, because that is definitely the new hotness. David, thanks for the tier 1, man. I tried using your DWM hotkeys. That would be incredible, since I had to give up that VM after. I just don't get it. Yeah. And I think that's the big thing, is having that help guide and that little help pop-up cheat sheet. Because once you do get kind of how things are structured and all the dependencies are there in the install script, everything it'll make sense. It'll just snap and you'll be like, oh yeah, everything's just right here. And then you're like, oh, it's just one key to get to everything I need. And that's the beauty of it. It's just getting to that point that that's hard. And I can assist in that and do a lot better job with my documentation, because my documentation is absolute garbage right now on my DWM Titus project, and I own up completely to that. All right, y'all, take it easy. See you guys on Thursday. We'll have a fun stream. We'll jump in Linux. We'll hit up some DWM, probably maybe even hit some Gbar there. Solo mentioned Gbar with Hyperland. We already have that kind of going, waiting in the wings. So we might tack on to that. So, all right, y'all. Later.